calving season is going amazing. So the most exciting part is now we're into the time frame we could possibly be having calves from Bruce. We had Bruce in here and we had B18 last year. If you've been following along, you know B18 was a big Sim Angus. It was a big black bull. So it's pretty easy for us to spot whose are Bruce's. And let me tell you, we were afraid that our cows might have been a little too tall for Bruce because he is our South Pole, but we are having calves left and right, and they seem to be coming from Bruce because you can kind of tell based on the cow and what Bruce would have thrown versus what a black bull would have thrown. So I want to give you a little quick update on some of these that could be Bruce's. And one exciting thing is Bella, my milk cow, had twins. That was a pretty crazy day trying to figure out who was this calf with seemingly no mom, because here Bella had hers and another cow had hers, and come to find out Bella kept claiming them both. We thought she just might be a little confused, but she knew what she was doing. They were both hers. So let me give you some quick glimpses into some of Bruce's babies.
So this is one of Bella's little twins, obviously Bruce's. It looks like a little South Pole. It's a little heifer, and if I find her little sister, I will show you her as well.
Now, some of you may have heard the term free Martin before. That is when a heifer is a twin and then winds up being sterile. Well, the good news is these two twins are both heifers. So that generally happens when a heifer and a bull share the womb. The heifer winds up being, she won't reproduce. So these both being heifers, that's not a concern. This little guy belongs to Lane's cow. We believe that is Bruce's son.
So we're gonna be interested to see how he grows off. He gave us a wild ride the other day.
So when he was just first born, we've been grabbing and tagging and banding right off the bat so that it's less stress on them and us. But sometimes you'll get a crazy one. You'll approach them and they'll just take off like they're shot out of a cannon. And that's what Lane's little calf did. It ran like half a mile into the woods. We would have never even known had we not been back here to see it, because we didn't even know it was born yet. And so Lane followed it, finally got around it and pushed it back this way. It went through a couple fences onto some neighbor's property in a thicket. He was finally able to tackle it. He overheated and about overdid it, but we got his calf back. Didn't even know at that point it was his calf. We brought it back to the herd. He and I were both covered in ticks and cuts and just all kinds of stuff. Put it back in the herd and no one claimed it because we were afraid to let go. Lane was sitting there with it, holding it, trying to entice someone to take it. And finally we just decided, you know what, we gotta let this thing go and see who claims it. And lo and behold, his own cow claimed it. So it's actually Lane's calf. All that work that he went through was worth it because it was his calf. So you saw Lane's, that it was red and kind of motley. My milk cow Calico has also had one of those that looks red and motley, but hers is a heifer. Lane's was a bull. We're super excited. Pretty sure it belongs to Bruce. She will definitely be a keeper here on our farm.
And that is her right there. Oh, she's so pretty. There's Calico. She is a one good looking little heifer. Look how tall she is. I can't believe it. So what I'm saying is, for one, B18 was sick at the time, that if these had been his, we don't believe he was breeding, but he was still here. Calico over there, if she was bred to an Angus, all the times in the past my milk cows have been bred to an Angus. They throw, if you can see that brownish one on the other side of Calico running now, they throw brownish calves. That's what the cross of an Angus and like a dairy breed usually throws.
Also, I don't know if you can see that little black white face right there walking away. Let me see if I can get closer. His mom's a little protective, so I can't get super close, but you can see how good looking he is.
We believe that's Bruce's as well.
So a lot of times people will cross a Hereford bull with black Angus cows, and that will throw what's called black Baldis, black white faces, which is exactly what he is. Had we have crossed our black Angus bull B18 with that cow, they would have almost for sure thrown a black calf. Not 100%, but pretty close. But in this case, she threw a black white face, and that again leads us to think that all of these are Bruce's at this point that are in that maybe window when they could have been his. Now coming up in the next week, we get into the point where we're in definitely Bruce's calves, because he was the only bull in here for about 2.5 months. So for the next 2.5 months, we're gonna have all half South Pole crosses. We're so excited, really pumped to just see what they look like and how they grow off. But I want to show you all the calves and give you a broad overview of all our calves for the 21 season. I'll try to find Bella's other twin before we end this video, but I just wanted to tell you we've had 24 calves up to this point. That includes the 2 little South Poles that were newborns that we bought with their moms. We've lost 2 at this point. The red and white heifer lost hers during calving. We showed you that on a video. Along with calf 836 that his mom got mastitis. We got him up, tried to bottle feed him, tried everything we could. We wound up losing him as well. So 2 out of 24. While Ben will tell you, I always have high hopes for 100% success. That's what I aim for. And anything less than that is kind of hard for me to accept because I hate losing animals. But all in all, that is pretty good, and I am thankful and feel very blessed. Okay, completely unrelated side note. I love this necklace. It's from a company called Patina Trails Mercantile. I'm gonna link them below. These are called Navajo pearls, and I have been wanting some for a long time. Just a good everyday necklace. I love necklaces, and so I just wanted to share that with you guys because I love these so much. All right, Lane and I are about to move these cows onto fresh grass. These tumble wheels from Gallagher have been amazing. We can move them together, just walk them up, no taking up posts and putting them back down. So, and the cows, it don't matter what time of day we come back here, they love to move. So let's get them moved. So sometimes when they're newborn, they'll get out in front of the paddock that they're in, or they'll go back behind and get under the fence. They can pretty much go wherever they want. Bella's wound up just showing up when we moved the cows. It was probably out in front and just stood up. So let me show you what she looks like and give you just a good overview of our calf crop. So you can see what pretty calves Bruce is throwing, and to say we are pleased with him is an understatement. We are thrilled with the calves he's throwing and really the quickness that they're having them. So that means he's very efficient. All those are things to take into consideration with a herd bull, because if you go long periods of time with no calves and a lot of cows, that's cause for concern really about your bull. But let's be honest, let's get to the star of the show, the one y'all want to see, Little Hope.
Hey, Mary. Oh, look at your baby. There's Iron Man too. He was not over here, to clarify, when these calves are being born. He was at a different herd. Where you going, girl? So there's Little Hope, looking so sweet. And then the one beside her, that's Josie's baby. So y'all know Josie is Miracle's mom. She's not over here at the moment. And then this is her new baby. And then of course here's Blondie and her little baby on the other side of her.
So a couple of y'all have mentioned Blondie's big bag. Well, Blondie just has a big bag. I have actually gotten her up and milked her and tried to relieve some of her pressure. But her bag will go down as the calf nurses, and if the calf doesn't nurse at all, her milk production will drop off and it will kind of regulate itself. So she is doing good. I have gotten her up and milked her. I just wanted to mention that. We are trying to stay on top of all this, and these milk cows just get a lot of milk. It's how they're bred to do. And so you got to keep a closer eye on them, and you got to give them some relief sometimes. There's a better shot of Josie and her baby. Oh, there's Miracle and Little Hope. So very sweet.
Which one's the baby? Which one's the